Welcome back. Today we're going to discuss Chapter 15, Investing in Mutual Funds. So a couple of the learning objectives will weigh the advantages and disadvantages of investing in mutual funds. First, we'll talk about what they are. Then we'll talk about some of how they're classified according to the different objectives. And then how you might go about choosing a fund that's right for you if you think that's the right investment. So first of all, let's understand what a mutual fund is. So first of all, an individual in scenario one, this is a picture of a person that might have $500 to invest. Well, $500 isn't enough money to invest in a lot of stocks if they want to get in stocks. So this individual picked one, Apple Computer. Now, the pros to this is if Apple Computer does tremendously well, obviously this individual will get rich. But the biggest problem is this person is not diversified at all. All the eggs are in one basket. And a lot of experts will say for an individual to have a diversified portfolio, they need to have around not $500, but close to $100,000. So for a lot of us, having $100,000 of readily available funds to invest in the stock market probably isn't going to be a scenario that most of us will have affordable. So what a lot of folks do is what's called a mutual fund. They pool, I've shown 9 here, but it's literally hundreds of people. Now you might have significant amounts of money, $5 million in this example. That money is turned over to a fund manager, a mutual fund manager, who will take these funds and professionally invest them into a whole basket of different investments based on the objectives of the fund. So now you could have a very well diversified portfolio, which is going to significantly reduce the risk. So when we talk about some of the advantages of mutual funds, probably the biggest one for the small investor is it's a way to get very inexpensively a diversified portfolio. Secondly, it does come with a professional management. The people that are picking these stocks, they do that for a living. They've been educated, and hopefully they're going to do a better job than you or I. Thirdly, another big one for me is the convenience. It's very easy to get involved in a mutual fund. Most of them don't require high entrance fees to become involved. The big disadvantage of a mutual fund is obviously no one's going to do this for free, so there will come with some degree of cost, but for what you're getting for diversification, I think most people would say it's a great way to go, particularly for the small investor. And over the last 20 years, we've seen a phenomenal growth in mutual funds. Now, there's all sorts of types and varieties of mutual funds. In fact, there's what's called family of mutual funds. Some of the most well-known are Vanguard, T. Rowe Price, Fidelity, Janus. They're all very good. Funds can differ by structure, whether they're an open, which means they can be invested at any time, or a closed fund. A loaded fund is where you pay a fee, generally to the salesperson, versus a no-load. They also differ by investment objectives. Some invest in stocks, bonds, money market, or some mixture of those. They could invest U.S. or internationally, etc. And then the third way is how they sort of differ in strategy. Some are actively managed, sort of called professionally managed. They're trading, buying and selling stocks all the time, trying to have your portfolio outperform the market. The second kind is what's called a passively managed fund, that or often called an index fund. That's where they buy a portfolio that's similar to the S&P 500. A lot of research, a lot of discussion as to which is better. I think that's a personal decision for you. Lots of tools on the internet. Morningstar.com compares all the different types of mutual funds for you to select. Any questions on this chapter? There's my email. Have a great week.